And joining me today is your co-host,
Anali Reyes.
On today's show, we will be having a guest, Don Carney, to talk about his program, The Youth Transforming Justice. We've had Don for a previous show the last year, so it has been a while. On the show, we talked about more how Youth Transforming Justice was made and how it was found. If you would like to watch the show beforehand, we added a link to that show in the chat or on our Instagram post. You can find it as well, or on our YouTube as well. This show will be more about how the program has changed and how it has evolved. And would you like to introduce yourself, Don Carney? And he also brought a guest.
Sure. My name is Don Carney. I'm the Executive Director of Youth Transforming Justice. And my ally here, Antonio Zavala, is running most of our programs.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit to that, I've known Don a total of, I want to say like 15 years. So when I was a freshman at County Community School, I think now it's County Day School, I was one of the students that was made to go to the after school program because I was on probation. So 15 years later, I'm part of the team, which I'm incredibly grateful for.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you guys for introducing yourselves. So before we get started, we like to do a little icebreaker question. And our question for today is, what is your favorite item you've bought in this year? Both of you guys can answer it if you'd like.
Favorite item that I've purchased this year. Okay. I don't know how much shopping Don does, so I think this is going to be like
it's a tricky question.
Yeah.
Geez. Okay. I recently moved, and I find like great tranquility in vacuuming. I don't know if there's too many people that could really relate to that, but like I just put on my headphones and sometimes I'm like vacuuming the same area like multiple times, but I'm just so in the mood. So I invested, in a vacuum, which I'm absolutely loving. I know this is probably like, what, that's such a weird thing to say, but like, I don't know. That's what comes to mind.
That sounds nice.
Antonio, I'm going to have to invite you to my house to do some vacuuming because I haven't vacuumed in a long time. I guess the thing I'm most satisfied that I've purchased is I helped my daughter get into her first house in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. That's
amazing. I dropped a chunk of change on that. Otherwise, I don't buy anything.
That's amazing. She must be very, very happy with that.
He better be.
Yeah. Oh, it's a boy.
A girl.
A girl. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So, Anali, what's your favorite item?
I was thinking about food. First time I tried tteokbokki in Berkeley, and it was actually really good. So
wait, what is it?
Tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki? Is that Mexican?
No, it's Korean.
Korean?
Yeah. Oh. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's like rice cake, and then it has kimchi sauce on it. So it's really good. I liked it.
I've never heard of that. Well,
what about you?
For me, I don't even know, but I'd say just like pants that I've like thrifted. Some of them are just like very, very cute, like the patterns, and like I like how they fit me. So that I guess would be for me. Mm-hmm. And so that is our icebreaker question. And we have another little question. So on our second half for the show, we're doing an ASMR, and I wanted to know, what are your guys' thoughts on ASMR, or if you know what ASMR is?
I don't know if I have too many. Like, I've gone down that rabbit hole a few times on YouTube, explored it a little bit. I am not somebody that can just like tune out to all of those odd and weird sounds. Don, and I don't know if I could be the one to really explain what that is to Don, but some people maybe get a real like kick out of hearing chalk break, like just the sound of chalk breaking. or the sound of, I guess, I don't know, what are some other ones that are like very popular?
I'd say like tapping or like going like this to the mic.
Yeah.
No comments.
No comment.
First time I've ever heard of it in my life.
Oh wow.
After the show, I will, play some of the, various sounds for Don. Maybe
yeah.
next time he's on, he could talk to you about his experience.
Oh yes, do that please. Okay, thank you guys so much for sharing. So now we're just going to transition to talking about Youth Transforming Justice. So what is Youth Transforming Justice?
Well, Youth Transforming Justice used to be called the Marin County Youth Court. And then we transitioned to become our own independent nonprofit. And we've added helping young people keep from being suspended from school, as well as keeping them out of the probation system. And we're also working with elementary school and middle schools and doing community building circles where young people get to bring their lived experience to a safe, supportive setting to support each other's well-being.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. My next question is, some people may not have seen the website, so can you tell us more about the program YTG Peer Solutions and what they offer?
I'll let Antonio handle that one.
Yeah, so it's YTJ Peer Solutions. Yeah, close. And I mean, our goal is really to keep kids in school. So, and how we do that is through our suspension diversion program. So let's say there's a student that is busted for having something he just shouldn't have in school. I'm, making an example of that just because like 60% of our referrals are for youth that are busted for like cannabis or maybe in some instances like alcohol. Our whole thing is like, well, hey, refer that student to our program. They'll go through a comprehensive alcohol and drug safety skills training, aside from some other stuff that we'll do with them that I'll go into a little bit. But we know that if a kid's, at home, it's likely that both parents are probably working. If you live in Marin, which has some of like the highest cost of living, like parents just don't have the luxury of being able to say, you know what, my kid's suspended for like X amount of days. I guess I'll just have to take some vacation time and be with them just to make sure that he's supervised. So what that means is that student is probably at home, watching TV, getting into the fridge, playing video games. And in some instances, because they're unsupervised, they're probably using some of the same stuff that got them in trouble in the first place, So when you ask yourself, like, well, what lesson did the school want the student to learn by suspending them? Whatever that lesson is, the kid isn't learning that playing video games and doing all these other things, right? So we're like, okay, refer them to our program, waive that suspension. If the student doesn't complete whatever it is that they need to in the restorative plan, then you can maybe consider suspending that student. And we also work with probation. So if a young person is like being referred to probation, and this is like their first go at it, oftentimes probation would say, well, okay, maybe this student meets the requirements for somebody that we can send over to YTJ Peer Solutions. And typically a young person is on probation for like 6 months, but with us, they can complete the program, like the restorative plan, a lot sooner, and maybe get off probation like in a period of like 3 to 4 months. And once they complete the restorative plan, their record's sealed. So whatever it is that got them in trouble won't follow them later on in life. And some of the stuff that we do in Peer Solutions is we have the young person not only explain what it is that got them sent to the program, but our volunteers, which are also made up of some other students that they themselves have gone through the program, they ask like, hey, how's your family life? Do you have a strong adult person in your corner? Who are your friends? How are you doing in school? So the goal is to get to know that person as a whole individual, as opposed to just whatever it is that got them referred, because we're a lot more than the last dumb thing that we did. So by the end of it, the peer team, and these are like, again, those volunteers, they get to know that young person pretty well. And they're like, okay, well, like based on everything that you said, like we know that maybe these are some of your passions. It seems like you kind of enjoyed being in the space. So maybe we can invite you to come back and be on the peer team like this many times. So what we want to do is to connect the young people to things that they can maybe continue with long after they've completed their restorative plan. So if somebody's passionate about music, but maybe they're just, I don't know, smoking so much weed because they just have so much time on their hands, like, well, maybe by reconnecting you to that thing that you really loved at one point, maybe you'll start doing this, you'll start smoking a little bit less. And we have like a wide selection of different nonprofits that we network with. So if somebody likes to work with pets, somebody likes to work with arts, like all these different things, like we just send them off in like all these different directions. And it's been successful, so it's that's kind of like a snapshot of what we do.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for this information. And I was wondering, like, is the restorative plan like different for every person that needs a restorative plan? Or is it the same one?
The restorative plan is co-created with the respondent. So the respondent being the person that's referred to the program and the peer team. So we want to make sure that this isn't a situation where the young person who's going through the program doesn't have a voice. We want them to say like, okay, I feel like based on what I did, what I feel like I need, like this is a fair number of hours that I need to do. And this is a fair number of peer duties that I need to do. That's them kind of going back and helping other young people. And sorry, I forgot what the question was. Could you repeat it? Is it unique for everybody?
Yeah,
or is it the same? Yeah. No, it changes. It changes based on the needs of the young person. And because we do a pretty like robust training for anybody that wants to get involved. And although that's not mandatory, like we do an advocate training, and it's like 2 days where we go into discussing the school to prison pipeline, mass incarceration, trauma-informed practices. Like there's just so much, we'll be here forever if I was to like break it all down for you. But our young people are like really informed and really supportive. So it's like a win-win, every time that somebody is referred to us.
Okay, thank you. So for the program, are there different coordinators and leaders, or is it just the same? Like, is it just you two who are coordinating it?
Well, right now, Antonio and I do most of the programming and trainings, and we are looking to hire someone as well. So put the word out. We're looking for someone who's bilingual in Spanish and English. And we're really interested in young people who've had lived experience as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I know that I've been through the program when I was in middle school, I think it was. And so I remember it as being all in a courtroom and having like basically your peers, like teenagers as the jury, and then you going up. And Don has told me at the Marin Teen Conference that it has all changed and it's all online now. So how does it work now since it's all online?
You want to take that one?
Yeah. So, and I will say that when I started, we were still in the courtroom, but I was probably only there like a couple times before the pandemic happened, and then we had to go virtual. And we were only down for a few weeks before we figured out like, hey, maybe we can kind of replicate a lot of what we're doing in the courtroom and move it to Zoom, and it maybe even be a little bit more comfortable for all the participants, because I don't know about you, but sometimes walking in the courtroom, it's a little intimidating. You're like, oh, wow, like this is, everybody's here for me. And it maybe feels a little easier just being able to log into Zoom and just see like your face on the screen. But we found like great success. The transition wasn't all that difficult at first because we could still move people into the break rooms, like for example, when it comes to deliberation, which is just like one step of the peer solutions process. Like there is some hiccups when it comes to like connectivity issues. You know, a lot of the young people are like logging in using their phones, and sometimes like Zoom just isn't so nice to them. But what has worked really well, it's allowed us to have participants from not only like Marin County, but like all of California, right? You know, so we have some people from like Mendocino, San Mateo, San Francisco, who during the pandemic wanted to get involved and wanted to feel like they were helping other young people, you know? So this was like one of the programs that they just kind of latched onto. And it's allowed us to, I don't know, even with other young people like experiencing this themselves, saying like, hey, maybe I want to replicate this in my own county. Like maybe I want to have a similar system that allows youth to not get suspended or to like not end up on probation. So I think that's like one of the positives like in all of this. And there's like a lot of them to mention.
Yeah, I remember Don Carney said on the last show about like them being the first restorative trauma informative court in the country. And I remember Don Carney was saying that you were training other youth courts around the country to replicate the restorative trauma reform model. So I was wondering, how is that going? Is there any progress that you would like to tell the audience?
Yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress. We helped start a youth court in Nevada County, and we helped start one in Mendocino County. And both of those are using the Marin model of a trauma-informed restorative process. And just recently, a court that we've been, a bunch of young people we've been supporting who've been organizing themselves in San Mateo County just got a $500,000 grant to do a trauma-informed restorative program in San Mateo. And this year's statewide youth court summit is going to be featuring some components of how to replicate the Marin model. And we're having two really great keynote speakers that are both challenging the traditional juvenile justice system. One of them is the woman who's heading up the move to move juveniles out of the criminal system and into the mental health system. And the other is a woman who said Supreme Court cases around not being able to charge juveniles who've committed murder before 18 with life imprisonment without possibility of parole. And I already know several young people who found themselves in that very unfortunate circumstance and have been released from prison now as adults in their 30s or 40s.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's amazing that it's spreading all around, even in the whole country. That I didn't even know that. I thought it was only like in Marin that was a plan that the county had. And another question I had that you mentioned earlier with kids being sent to the program, are you guys like coordinated with all schools, or is it basically you just realize, oh, this person like got in trouble and you just pick them? Or I'm not really sure how that process works.
We have a strong commitment from the San Rafael City school system. The superintendent there, Jim Hogelboom, is very sincere about equity for kids of color and does not want to involve the police in their world. He removed the school resource officers from campus and started referring young people to YTJ as an alternative. So we have a strong working relationship with all of the schools in the San Rafael system. Contrary to that, the Novato School District dropped their restorative services programs, kept their SROs, and have been arresting kids of color at a much higher pace than they have been previously. So we're working with some people in the Novato community that would like to have the school resource officers removed and bring in restorative practices so those kids are not suspended for 5 days at a clip, which we've been seeing quite a bit of coming to us through probation.
Mm-hmm. So they were working with you guys beforehand, but they decided to bring back the SROs?
They did.
Why? Do you know why they decided to do that, or?
Every time there's a shift in the superintendent, everything changes.
Oh, it was the superintendent who decided it.
Yeah, they went through 3 superintendents since the last time we were up there. And the last time we were up there, Jim Hogelboom was the superintendent in Novato, and now he's the superintendent in Santa Fe.
Wow. Oh. I personally graduated from Novato High, and I can personally say like Novato is very diverse with people of color. And I've like talked to other friends that prefer not to have an SRO in Novato, and I also like previously last year I've seen like protests in this school district about the SROs. So I'm pretty informed about that too, and I feel like it's just like a trust of kids, whether they can trust the SROs or not, and just like what they feel about like polices in general. But I wanted to like point this out just so that everyone, like every youth knows that like your program is safe. So I was wondering if the teen gives personal information about their situation and wishes to keep that private, will the leaders of the coordinators of these programs respect that wish?
Everything we do with a juvenile and their family is absolutely confidential. We wouldn't be able to do good work with teens if we were gossiping.
Mm-hmm.
And Anali, to add to that, and this is all part of our advocate training, right? If there's certain pieces or like there's some stuff that's going on in that young person's life that they're just not ready to really explore. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes there's just a lot of dysfunction going on at home. They meet with their advocate. This is another young person who's tasked with representing them in their hearing as well as representing the community, but they're able to talk things over and say, like, I'd rather that the peer team just doesn't go into that topic a little too much. And that's fine. We don't want a young person to feel uncomfortable, shut down, and just be, in some situations, like re-traumatized, right? If all of that stuff just kind of gets out. So it's something that we're mindful of, and that we make sure everybody who is a participant here is also made aware of it as well. And just to backtrack a little bit here, we also get referrals from the Marin County Probation Department, as well as what we call pot court. So marijuana is legal to those who are 21 years of age. However, a lot of young people get their hands on it, especially because it's been just commercialized. So the accessibility of it, is a lot easier. So if a young person is busted with marijuana outside of school, that referral gets sent to Judge Wood, and Judge Wood oftentimes sends it to our program. So we also work with that population as well.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a safe place where like this program you can like come in and get a lot of help, which I personally am very thankful for this program, especially in Marin, where there's a lot of low income, a lot of people come with trauma, and there's like a lot of immigrants. So it's just a lot of traumatic events that a lot of people of color have gone through. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask, so it's all kids based, correct? Like no adults are really part of it as much except for the judge person, correct?
The facilitator. So it's youth led. Yes. It's youth led. We have a facilitator, and that person only has a small role in really like directing the process. And that person is usually a retired or an active or retired attorney or a sitting judge. And we do a good job in making sure that the person that is in that role is somebody that's really passionate about youth, can communicate well, and doesn't wear that, I don't know, hat that they maybe wear in the courtroom, because this is much different, than, I don't know, holding a actual juvenile or adult hearing. So, for the most part, it's all youth led.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, the script that the facilitator reads was written by the youth, and it has lots of restorative and trauma-informed language in it. So it's very different than a regular courtroom. And a couple of the judges had told us confidentially they wish their courtroom could run like our courtroom, because it's a lot more compassionate and empathetic.
Oh, okay. So how can adults or teenagers be involved in helping youth who may go through these instances?
Well, any young person can volunteer with us. And how they would do that, they would observe a proceeding twice. And every observer has to put their hand up and swear confidentiality. So we always remain everything very confidential. And after they observe twice, they can sit as a peer team member. That's what we used to call a jury. Although our young people never judge another young person, all they do is support them. And for adults can observe as well. And adults can help us on the adult end do some case management in supporting young people's success with their restorative plan. We have a cliche we use: we case manage to success. We're never wanting to trip a kid up. We're always wanting to help a kid be successful. And we're doing a training this summer in July that any young person can attend. It's over 2 days. And after they're done with that training, they're prepared to be a peer team member or an advocate.
Will this be all online?
Yes, it will be.
How can we get more information on that?
We can send you the flyer and a link that you can promote.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So is that...
We also have a paid Latinx internship program where young people can get paid just for showing up to Peer Solutions. So we understand that, going off something that, Anali mentioned, like, hey, the cost of living is incredibly expensive. Sometimes it's just like a single family household and single parent household, So like the young person has to, debate between maybe pursuing some of like their interest or having to show up for work because they also need to help out the family. So we don't want that to be a barrier preventing people from participating in this space. So we're like, okay, what could we do to maybe get some of those youth that could contribute greatly, just aren't in a position where they're maybe capable of. So we're like, okay, let's get them paid, let's get them trained, and let's get them motivated about doing this work. So again, if anybody's interested who's like hearing this and wants to learn a little bit more about the process, you're more than welcome to observe. And if you like what you see, you can talk to me and Don, and we can get you connected.
That sounds like a really good opportunity, especially for people of
color.
I would
jump on it. So.
Okay. Do you guys have any last words? We are already at the 30-minute mark. Would you guys like to say anything else that we probably didn't say or ask about?
I just have one parting comment that quite recently we've had two horrific incidences where 18-year-olds ended the lives of innocent people. And I believe if we engage in trauma-informed practices early in life, we can probably interrupt that trauma cycle. Because quite often, it's hurt people who hurt people. Yeah. And the more people we can keep from being hurt, the more people totally will not be hurt.
Yeah. It's a tough subject, but I like how you brought this up, that this is a solution to help prevent like school shootings that have happened recently.
And it's not punishment. It's just helping you. Thank you guys so much for coming on today and joining us and talking about Youth Transforming Justice. And thank you for all you do for this program and all you do for the youth and the community. The program is amazing, and since I've been through it, I really liked it as well. So thank you guys so much. And now we are gonna play a song, Ismael Lara, Walking Stars, for the quick PSA. Okay.
Hi, guys.
In the whip, thinking of your smile and your perfect laugh. I know you're still alive, cause I feel presence. See next to me with you by my side. I'm indestructible, more powerful. I'm gonna make you proud. Saying I don't wanna one south. Fast tracking through the Golden Gate, trying to get home a buy. I know everything's gonna be alright. This last week I seen you in my dream, and you said it's ain't bye. You said don't shed no more tears. I just want you to know these sparkling tears contain core memories and spark the projection from the fondest memories of my life. Each tear's a flashback. Each tear runs down my face like a halfback. I celebrate them. This path I was meant for. Pain and lessons, gifts from the heavens, no longer question. They strain my bond, my sons, so we don't commit the same mistakes in the streets cold game. To transform darks to light, we meant for. To help others spark they shine, I was made for. I am king, gradual unconditional love is what evolved my wings. This is how I flew out of eternal purgatory. Changing my patterns to aviate your fly patterns. Moving through the cosmos like the Green Lantern. With you by my side, I'm afraid to fly. With you by my side, I feel the urgency to truly live life. With you by my side, I understand we don't ever really die. We walk in stars destined to rise. We rise.
Welcome back, everybody. And now we are on the second half of the show. And just remember that I just wanted to mention again that Youth Transforming Justice is not punishment. So it is fine if you go through it. It can help you in so many ways. And I hope that if you do go through it, you learn something from it. It's basically just help you with your mistakes.
I would say, like, for youth, it's very important to admit your mistakes and own up to it, because at first it can be scary, like, of like the mistake that you've done, but it's really important to understand like what you've done and then not do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so now, since we just did our song, I'm going to do a few PSAs. So the first one is you can text Marin to 741741 for free, confidential, 24/7 support that cares for you in either English or Spanish. Our next announcement is the Workforce Alliance of the North Bay and Conversation Corps of the North Bay. They are recruiting crew member for our Ecology Corps program. This is a 8-week paid work experience with empower of future workforce with job readiness skills in a fun, stimulating, and educational environment. Young adults ages 18 to 24 will complete daily conversation work at multiple public land work sites, which can lead to successful careers in construction, conversations, ecological restoration, natural resources, park services, and more. Job placement assistance after the program is provided as well. The Ecology Corps program details it is 8 weeks long. You earn and learn. The schedule is Monday through Friday, which are work days, and then Fridays are education day. The hour rate is $16 an hour. The application deadline is to be determined. Interviews are June 21st, so that is in a few days. Orientation is June 29th and the 30th. The program starts July 5th. To apply, we're going to have a link in the comments, and this sounds like a really cool opportunity as well. That was a lot to say. If you have any questions about enrollment issues, please call 415-595-54110. I'll say it again, 415-595-54110. I mean 10. Sorry. Corps members need to be in San Rafael by 7:30 a.m. on workdays. This program is taught in English and Spanish, so English and Spanish members are welcomed. And that is all for this PSA. Now we're going to be transitioning into our second half. So we don't normally do this type of topic, but we are very, very excited to do it. We are going to be talking about ASMR. We're me and Anali are both super excited about this. First, we'll be talking about the pros and cons. Should we talk about the cons first? I think we should talk cons first. Yeah.
Okay. I would say I'm very excited about this ASMR. Firstly, because we just got into our new studio. This is our second show here in the studio, and the audio, it's so different compared to our previous studio, because we have these panels and it's really cool. And a shout out to Javier for doing this, making it
and these amazing mics. What?
Making the sound crisp. So it's when we first, at least for me, when I first heard my voice through the mic, I was like, this is so cool. It has really good audio. But yeah, for the cons, there wasn't really much. Because usually people who do not like ASMRs, they usually just ignore it and they don't hear it, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people who may feel like it's weird, and it may make it worse of them being able to concentrate or to be able to go for instance, they listen to ASMRs to sleep, so it may make it worse for them. And then some people think it's inappropriate, but I feel like it depends on the video that you use.
It depends.
Because I've seen on YouTube, I was looking on YouTube, what are some ASMRs that they do, and some do eating ASMRs and just different ASMRs. Others does beauty and stuff like that. It just depends on what video you're talking about. But yeah, and then this is a funny con, but it can be addicting to some people. I haven't heard anyone being addicted to ASMR, but there may be some people, and so it's always good to have a balance, of course. And then some people might have hearing loss if they have it too loud.
I never have it too loud.
Yeah,
I usually have it low.
Yeah, or they use it a lot of times, but yeah, I wouldn't worry that much about that, but that's all the cons that I was able to find online. But yeah, what are some pros?
The pros I found, and that I also relate to, is it slows your heart rate. It leads to relaxation, helps you fall asleep, promotes hormones like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, and it gives you an emotional arousal. I can relate to the help you fall asleep. I sometimes when I cannot sleep, I just put it on, and then I just fall asleep probably 5 minutes into it. And I usually just do the same one because I already know the sounds and stuff. Yeah. And I already know oh, I like those sounds.
Oh, I don't know, 2 years ago I listened to an ASMR, but after that I didn't even pay attention to it, but it's very cool to listen to some noises, but at the same time, for me personally, I get I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm very sensitive to let's say whispers. That's something.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause sometimes like they whisper like, but it's too loud of a whisper. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like uncomfortable like listening to those sounds, but like I don't know. It's just like it depends on like the person, you know what I'm saying? But I would say like it does make you feel something, a type of way, you know? ASMR. So that's my thought on it.
Oh, I also wanted to mention, we didn't mention this. Another reason why I want to do an ASMR is because every time before our shows, like we would always like touch the mic and we'd all like be listening in, and we both felt like it was a really good idea to do that since we do that like before shows, so it kind of like just makes sense. So do you want to start it? So we're gonna actually do an ASMR.
We're thinking of doing an ASMR with you guys, and then after that, like talk about our thoughts on ASMR. So I think we can start. Unless you have anything else before we begin.
I just wanted to mention that white noise is kind of a similar. Do you know what white noise is? Yeah. I don't like white noise. No.
For me, I actually listen to white noise.
You do?
I do.
I hear people listen to it when they're like studying. I hear.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that.
I use it like sometimes when I want to go to sleep, like I want to relax, so I just put white noise. But like
I don't like the sound of it.
But
it's kind of creepy.
Really?
Yeah.
But like I like kind of feel like, you know how like a child is in the womb and then they like I feel like that's what they hear, the white sounds, right?
I don't know. I don't remember when I was a baby.
I'm pretty sure no one does, but that's what I feel like. I feel like the white sounds is like what the kid hears like when they're in the womb, but
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's part of it, like why white noise makes some people sleepy. But
that makes sense actually.
But
maybe.
I feel like white noise is kind of similar to like ASMR. It's just like noises that makes people like soothe down, I think. But also like what is ASMR? Or what does it stand for?
It stands for Autonomous Sensory Mediterranean Response. I didn't even know what it stand for actually. Yeah. I always just like thought ASMR.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't actually expect it to stand for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know what ASMR is. I mean, until autonomous. It's like very big words. Autonomous and meridian, which
meridian. I don't even know.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Like,
I honestly thought it stand for something else. Okay.
Oh, what did you think?
I don't know, like something sleep.
Audience.
I don't know, like something sleep.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll start.
We're gonna do it with no talking.
No talking?
Or you want to talk?
I mean, I can try to whisper. But I feel like if I whisper, I'm gonna laugh a lot.
Me too.
Like, I don't know.
We're gonna try with no talking and then we'll probably like ease into it.
Okay. So, like, let's do 5 minutes?
Yeah. Okay. So I have a little like brush thingy that you use like for your eyebrows basically, and I don't use it. So we're gonna wait. I should have whispered. We're gonna try it really quick. Okay. I love that.
We agree not to talk, but I think it works whispering. Yeah. By the way, I'm not sure, but I think my computer is over here heating. Can you hear it?
A little bit.
Should I put it to the microphone?
Oh yeah, let's hear that sound.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna try that. Don't fall asleep on it.
I feel like it's gonna be really loud.
have to have it closer, like, look. Guys, look.
Go ahead. What does that sound to you?
Gargling. Can you hear it?
A little bit. Yeah.
Wait, let's try the one that we always do. This is the one that we always.
Oh, yeah, we always do that. I'm gonna take off my. I put down my computer because it was really loud. So it's more quieter.
What are you gonna try?
I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm relaxed or I'm just like in a funny mood.
I think you're in a funny mood.
Yeah.
Wait, let me. We're trying just to make sounds.
Relax.
Go to sleep out here.
I feel like this is like carving a wood, right? Like carving. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that sound.
You don't like it?
It's alright. I feel like
I love that one.
I feel like it's like pulling my hair out.
Guys, I'm a brush. The ones that I watch is like makeup ones. It's like I'm a brush your eyebrows. Ready?
Yeah.
Brush, 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 brush.
What is this like? Putting a mask on.
Yeah. I know it can be like anything.
Okay. I'm putting a cucumber mask. Yeah. What type of mask do you put?
The aloe one.
Aloe.
Yeah.
Okay, cucumber aloe.
Yeah.
It actually sounds like it.
I know, yeah. I like that one. Go to sleep. Sleep, Javier. Sleep, Javier. Sleep.
Have you heard of other ASMRs saying sleep?
Those are the ones that I listen to when I go to sleep.
Really? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what else to do.
Oh my god, that one's.
Okay, we have a few seconds before we end.
Okay, I think that is good.
Yeah.
We did 5 minutes.
Okay.
Do you still want to whisper? I like whispering sometimes.
I feel like if we go back, I feel like we actually stopped ASMR. If we continue whispering, I feel like people would be like, "You're still doing it."
I know.
But
Okay, it sounds different now that we're like just talking.
what did you think?
I really like ASMRs.
Yeah.
I love like I love the makeup ones. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm doing like whatever.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite ones. But have you seen like the food ASMRs? Those to me, find disturbing.
Disturbing.
It's
Okay.
super. It's literally
Like
just,
the slurping. Or...
yeah. Oh my gosh, I like saw a video once because I wanted to try it, and it was
Not for you.
no.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm relaxed. At least for me right now, I felt like it was really funny doing it.
Yeah.
But like maybe like when you're alone, maybe it's relaxing. I don't know. I should try it like when I'm alone and see if that actually works. But
Wait, have you never tried it?
I have, but like I don't remember being relaxed.
Like, was it at night though?
Yeah, it was a makeup one, but like
I think it like depends because sometimes like I put it on but like I don't fall asleep, so then and like I don't feel relaxed or anything, so I just take it off and like don't like listen to it. So I think it might just depend. Maybe you should try it again.
yeah, at least for me, like at the middle, like at night, I already like I'm already tired, so I just go to sleep. Like I don't need like
What time do you sleep?
it depends. I sleep like at 10 and then
10?
Yeah.
Girl, what?
I sleep at 10. But if I have a lot of homework, then I'll sleep till 11. But right now, like I'm not like in actual school year, so I feel like school year I usually sleep like at 10 because like I commute. So yeah,
That makes sense. Damn, I sleep like at 2 like all the time. I need to really work on that.
that's like all my college friends. They literally sleep at 2, which is
But it's like most of the time it's like I'm not even doing homework. Like I'm just like up.
Up.
I'm not like doing anything. So
yeah. I'm like an early bird.
you are?
Yeah, I love
I am
watching the sunrise and just fresh air.
Oh, I'm not. I like wake up 5 minutes before I'm supposed to leave.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I just like get up and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And just put
Yeah.
something on.
Yeah,
But
but that's like I don't know. I feel like everyone has their unique like way of relaxing, and I think one of them is ASMR. So no judgment to anyone who does ASMR and those who don't like ASMR. This is just like a cool little part of our show.
yeah, we wanted to include.
We wanted to try it out and try like different things out that like other youth may be interested in watching. Or like
Yeah, you guys should try it to see if you guys like it. So, or like if it helps you fall asleep.
yeah, we would like to hear other youth, their thoughts.
Wait, which was your favorite that we did?
I would say this one.
For real?
Because I actually visualized like putting someone like a face mask.
What?
Like an, at least for you,
I mean,
is
it's
yours that one? I
yeah.
feel like that one is your favorite one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you
I
love
love
that one.
so much.
Yeah. I mean, this one was like pretty soft.
Mm-hmm.
So like I liked it because I can hear it just, it's like very subtle.
Subtle.
Subtle. I don't know. I'm like talking really fast because like it was really fun doing it.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Did you want to mention anything else on ASMR?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any other types that are different from ASMR.
ASMR is just basically tingling sensations.
Yeah.
That gives you.
Oh, there's like one that like you go like, you know that like I don't know.
Oh,
how
yeah.
They make sound in the noise, but yeah, I'm not sure which ones would give you goosebumps because I feel like there's some ASMRs that give you goosebumps.
I don't know. I'd say like it depends on the word. Like, cause like some words are like weird that they say, and I'm like, when I'm laying down and they say, I'm like, what did they just say?
Yeah, I feel like part of the ASMR is them talking. And it was so funny. Like I was trying not to laugh when you said sleep. That was really funny.
I was saying sleep Javier because like he can hear what we're saying in the other room. So I'm like, go to sleep, and I think it's like loud for him. So
Yeah.
I think so. The speakers.
Oh yeah.
And
did he actually fall asleep or no?
Yeah, he's asleep right now. Just kidding.
That'd be so funny.
Wait, I wanted to also ask you, when was the first time you heard of ASMR?
I feel like it's been around for a long time. Oh, you know, like those mukbangs. I feel like that it came around around that time, right?
Yeah.
Or,
I think it started becoming popular after that because I remember I first started. I never actually like watched mukbangs, but like I knew about them, and then like ASMR started being a thing, and it was like with that.
Yeah. I feel like mukbangs was like something.
When was that? Like what year?
I feel like it was pre-COVID, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Like 2019.
Around that time. Yeah, 2019, I would say so. Yeah. I mean, some people, I feel like for me, at least, mukbangs, it makes me like want to eat food. Because like some of them.
Only if they're eating it like normally. Like some of them eat it like very sloppy and like their hands are just like all like, like with sauce and stuff.
There's some that like eat a lot of food in their mukbang. But for me, like if I see someone like eating something that I actually want to try, like it makes me hungry.
Yeah. Oh my God. Especially when there's chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. At least for me, it's like, I don't know, Cheetos or something like that. Even though they're like so unhealthy, but yeah.
Me too. Oh, I just searched up what types of ASMRs are there, and there are 6 types. The sounds say it's gentle whispering, tapping with the fingernails, crinkling paper, typing on a keyboard, fall under the umbrella of pleasant familiar sounds of ASMR. Okay,
I don't know what that
I don't know what that means. And then it just says like write. I didn't know like writing was a ASMR.
Writing?
Yeah, it says writing is an ASMR. Typing, I knew typing was. Page turning.
Yeah. You don't like it?
I don't like it. She was like before the show. She was like turning papers.
Yeah,
I did not like this.
We can put it because maybe someone likes it. I don't know. I don't know who's making sound.
I don't get.
I'm gonna flip it. Let me see.
Yeah. That does not sound good.
Yeah, it sounds like wind. Kimberly's like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to hear this anymore. I rather hear the scratching. Okay. We have 2 minutes left of our show, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little. It was just like a little like let go type of ending of the show, basically.
I don't know.
Would you like to mention anything? I mean, it doesn't really have to relate to ASMR.
Yeah. No, I thought it was really fun trying this out, and yeah, I liked it, but it also made me feel it's something like a type of way, like I don't know. There's like some things like that like I didn't like, but like I like it's tolerable. Yeah.
The sounds?
Yeah, like the sounds, like I can't identify if I really like it, but like it's just.
Oh yeah,
like,
you didn't
you know
like this. You're like it's like pulling my hair.
Yeah,
like I get where you get that from.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of Latinas, or at least girls, like would know. Like when your mom is pulling like your hair when you're combing your hair. Yeah. I feel like it sounds like that.
Oh, it kind of does. Oh, the nightmares when I was a child and my mom would do my hair. That would hurt so much.
You see, that could be a con. Like, it can trigger, like, someone's memory.
Yeah. Definitely can trigger.
So
maybe be careful with what ASMRs you listen to.
Yeah. I feel like there's also visuals of, like, have you seen those TikToks where, like, they swirl the brush with glitter and it falls on the phone? Have you seen that one? That one's like very.
Oh, I like watching those as well. Okay. That's like all the time we have. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on our next show. And I hope you guys liked today's show as we did. Thank you guys for watching.